Hello everyone, it's Friday. I've got that Friday feeling. I've packed your amazing orders, thank you so much. They've all been sent out, so I'm now at home. Today I'm going to show you how to use these magic crimp beads. Some of you struggle with crimp beads, struggle no more. These are fantastic. The images you are seeing are enlarged. They are live on the website now. I do have a website, Low Cost Craft Supplies, where you'll find jewellery, craft and jewellery making supplies. I've got lots of new stock in. Please do go and check it out. I tend to cater for those that are new to making jewellery, so you can buy in very small quantities. When I say small, this is how small they are. I mean, I've obviously got big hands, but they are very dinky. But then again, when you use crimp beads, you'll know how tiny they are. These have a little prong on the top that you push through, and you use them with wire. You can use them with memory wire, not elastic. I was asked before, can you use elastic? No, you can't. Now, the ones that I am going to be using today, let's say, are more posher. Now, by saying that, all I mean is they've got a stainless steel base to them, whereas the other ones that are on their way to me, but it's probably going to be about 7 to 10 days for me to get them because they don't have them in stock, so I have to wait for them to come back in stock. The ones I've ordered, I've gone for plated with a base metal of brass. It depends what type you're making. I've not gone for the straightforward sterling silver or 9 karat gold, because if I don't sell them, I am going to be stuck with them. But they are available. I can get them for you if that's what you want. Just pop me a message. So these are stainless steel, which again, anti-tarnish, hypoallergenic for lots of people. You can get pack of 5, you can get silver or gold, but if you get the mixed pack of 10, you've actually got silver, gold and platinum. And platinum is what I'm going to need today, so I'm going to show you how to use them. Now, these are the decorative beads I'm going to be using in this order. I'm not quite sure how many I'll need at the moment. So I'm using some tiger tail. Now, when we come to do these, we're not going to use the very tip. We need to use, we've got to get down here and use, do not use the tip. These are dyed tiger's eye beads, which I love them. I love them. So I'm just we're gonna chop that off, put it in the bin. So, right, I've got a 14-inch ruler here and I want to make a 7-inch bracelet. Tell you what, we'll go for 14 just so it gives us extra to work with. Well, probably 13. Here's my wire. So how do we use them? Let's just get 2 out. Look how tiny they are. Weeny weeny. Also, you do not have to, I'm just going to use, because I've got them, wire guardians. If you don't know about wire guardians, I do have a video. What I'm going to do with a wire guardian, go up one side and down the other. And using wire obviously is a lot stronger than using elastic, but even wire over time, as you're taking your jewelry piece on and off, it will get weaker and weaker. So I've just popped the wire guardian, we've gone up one side, down the other. Let's just pull that up to the top. And then what you would do, you would put your jump ring and your closures onto there. So we're left with this. So we've got a wire, So how do we use this little masterpiece? Thread it on. And then when we get up to the top, go away you, go away. So there's our bead stopper, the prong. So we're going to thread it through those two. So we've now got this. Now we don't want to put it right up to the top because we do need a bit of flexibility in here. So we have to go slightly down just to leave a little gap. So we are now going to squeeze together. I'm just going to put the little prong to the side. See, it's towards me. So I take my round nose pliers, and I'm not going to put this on the end. It just doesn't give you enough squeeze and it will ruin it. Just go in with my round nose pliers, and they're in the middle. See how it's in there? Oh, I really hope you can see. Prongs at the top. And I'm going to squeeze together. You hear a little click. You do have to give it a squeeze. You really do have to give it a squeeze. But look there. See, that is nice and strong. That's going nowhere. That's all you do. And that's what it looks like. It's going nowhere. So I'm just going to take my jump ring. So we've got the jump ring. The split is at the top. Just slightly turn. And I'm going to thread through the wire guardian. Got my lobster clasp, pop that on, and then we're going to close. If you want to use a slightly smaller jump ring, you can. I'm obviously using this to show you. So let's start putting the beads on. These are 8mm. I'm just going to put the wire through the bead. There's a little bit sticking out. And I'm going to cut that end off. There we go. And then I'm going to follow the pattern. Let's put that there. So the actual pattern I've got is, I've got a 2mm round bead, (6mm) spacer bead, another 2mm, come here, 2mm tube spacer bead, (2mm) 6mm spacer, 2mm bead, and I'm just popping a bead on so you can see what that looks like. I quite like that actually. Obviously what your design is, if you want more beads then possibly put 2 beads here and just 1 at the end of that one. We could do that. Let's have a look, see what it looks like with 2 beads and then the other. We could do, couldn't we? I'll put 2 beads. Right, let's go back again with this one. See, that's the thing with making jewellery, you just make it up as you go along. Most of the time you just make it up as you go along. So again, that's with 2. I'll put another 2 beads. So here we have, as you can see, if you look there, can you see the wires come out? This is what we need to make sure that wire goes back through that bead and the other beads. There we go. This one will fit me. So what do we do now? We're going to pop our crimp bead. So we pop our crimp bead on. Then we take our wire guardian. Up, we go up and then down the other side. We need to pull this down, that's too long. So I just hold, you can just use your fingers, just hold on and pull down. This is what we've got at the moment. Before we do this, make sure your wire's back in, you're very happy. And then I'm going to take the end and thread it through the crimp bead, back through 1 bead. It's actually taking itself through lots more beads, to be honest, so we'll just go with the flow. So we've got a wire guardian that I'm going to slightly squeeze with my fingers. We've got our crimp bead. So I'm taking, I've got the prong in the middle, it's facing me, and I'm going to squeeze together. And then we've got enough leeway on the end. Nice and strong, that's going nowhere. So that extra piece of wire, I'm just going to cut off with my side cutters. So I'm now going to add the jump ring. So we open our jump ring, put it through the wire guardian, and then close. Make sure there's no gaps. If there is, just go back in, turn, and then back in on yourself. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. There is our bracelet. Let's put it on. So there we've got our 2 magic crimp beads with our wire guardians, jump ring, lobster clasp, jump ring. So I do hope you find that useful. If you can like this video, Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have got hundreds of tutorials available, ideal for the complete jewellery beginner. But if you can leave a comment down below, it can be what country you're watching me from, you can put heart emojis, you can say hi, you can recite a nursery rhyme, I don't care. It's just that the YouTube algorithm sees the interaction and then it shares my videos out to more people. So thank you so much for watching. Take care everyone, and as always, happy crafting.